Oh, oh man, I gotta. Oh, good morning, good morning. Oh, is it Bible already? All right, let me get some time. Let me get some time to get ready. Lord, thank you for this morning. Keep us safe. Be our door that protects us. Help us stay away from idols and help us take care of those that can't take care of themselves. All right. So, well, I fell asleep on the couch. My son woke me up. Let's talk about Bible. This week, Jesus has made a claim that I am the door. That's a very, very weird claim to make, right? Yeah, I think we can all agree on that. So what does he mean when he says, I am the door? And for this day, today, Monday, how does it mean, or how can we understand it? I'm still sleeping. How can we understand it in the perspective of protection? Let me see if I can go ask one of my friends. All right, so Vineet, Dr. Vinit Mahesh. Jesus says, I am the door in John. All right. Are we sitting up or what are we doing?
I guess we're going to sit up.
Oh, okay, we're going to be professional.
Okay.
So tell Camp Lead, what does Jesus mean when he says, I'm the door? And how does that relate to our protection?
Okay. The sheep are in the pen, and there is no physical door. So Jesus stands in front of the door and protects us from people who want to do us harm from getting in.
Yeah. All right. See, so now y'all understand. Dr. Mahesh nailed it. All right. It's interesting that we're looking at it today in the eyes of the door being our protection when that's what he means. He's comparing himself to the shepherd or to an attendee who is willing to put their life on the line for the sheep. And so you can see in the picture right here. Okay, there you go. You can see in this picture that Jesus likened himself to a door because his actual body, or the actual body of the shepherd, is what is separating the sheep from the outside world, from the dangers of this world. And so Jesus is the door in a literal sense here. He doesn't turn into wood, but he lays his body, or he sits down in between the open entry of the pen. Now, this particular pen that we're looking at here is kind of like a makeshift pen, more like a pen on the go, a sheep pen on the go. So they would get a lot of rocks and they just make this big wall all around the pen. And with that, you can't add a gate. You can't add a gate to that. And so he just needs a night's rest. Maybe he takes a day off, and he just needs some rest. And so he lays in between the door, and he lays there. And in order for a thief or a wolf to get to the sheep, they're not going to climb over the wall. If they did, they wouldn't be able to throw the sheep over the wall. The only way they can get a sheep is to go through the shepherd. And so that's what Jesus is comparing himself here to. God actually predicts this in the Old Testament. You can look at Jeremiah 23 and Ezekiel 34, where God laments and he's upset with the prophets for how they're taking care of his people, his sheep. And so he says, the prophets, or the bad shepherds, I'm going to get rid of them, and I myself will come down and be their shepherd. And I will show them what it's like to be a good shepherd. And so no greater love has anyone than to lay down their life for a friend. And here the shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. So if you believe that, if you trust in that, then Christ is your Savior. If you don't understand that and you want to know more about what it means for Christ to be your Savior, reach out to your counselors, reach out to your leaders, and talk to us. Mr. Jalen, Miss Claire, Miss Aquila, myself will be very happy to walk you on this journey to salvation. Christ is the door in a sense that he is our shepherd. Like David said in Psalm 23, And because he's our shepherd, we can rest in our pen. We can rest knowing that he protects us. He brings the very best intentions for us.